I used to use the Elite controller for Rocket League all the time, and here's why I don't use it anymore.
I never used the Lord's name in vain, but goddamn, the way you look at me made me want to change my plan.
So you shouldn't really take this as me attacking third-party controllers or anything. Everybody has their preference, but there's some major reasons why I went from using a Elite controller, Xbox Elite controller, to a standard Xbox One controller, and these reasons are kind of a big deal, especially for Rocket League. The first real reason and issue I saw with using the Elite controller is Ladaments. They mainly require just standard controllers if you use controllers, and that could be an issue if you rely heavily on the paddles on any third-party controller. When I first started playing Rocket League, my friend told me to try the Elite controller, and I fell in love because I thought it made everything easier on Rocket League, and it did. I had to relearn how to play, but after a while I realized, doing some research and emailing, that Psyonix and RLCS, they use standard controllers either for PlayStation or Xbox, and so I was starting to convince myself to go back to a regular controller. So that was one step to that direction. Another thing would be sometimes I would actually accidentally hit the paddles on the back of my controller. I grip the controller too hard, or my finger slides a little bit, and it messes up my entire play and may cause me to concede a goal or just ruin chances to get a goal. And it got really annoying and frustrating. So those two reasons are like the really big reasons why I went from a Elite controller to a standard controller. But that transition from going to a regular to a third-party controller felt weird, and going from an Elite controller or a third-party controller back to a standard felt weird as well. I had to relearn to play Rocket League, and it took some time. It took a few weeks, and around that time I was like, if I'm gonna go back to a regular controller, I have to find ways to make my bindings fit the way I think is most comfortable to play Rocket League. So I experimented, watched many YouTube videos on best controller bindings for Rocket League. If you guys want me to make one, I will make one, because I do not use default bindings for Rocket League at all. I find it a little bit uncomfortable if you play that way, but everybody has their preference. Another thing is changing my settings, the dead zone and all that stuff. That's a topic for another video. So what I suggest is do your research, figure out if you actually are serious about Rocket League, and if you are, do your research, consider using a standard controller over a third-party / modded controller, because you're going to grow into using that specific controller, and if you are forced to use a regular one, it's going to be really weird and feel really weird. However though, these type of controllers work for all kinds of games, so if you don't only play Rocket League, then use a third-party controller, use an Elite. Like, I like using the Elite, the Razer, for Call of Duty and other games. That helps me jump shot, drop shot way easier, and if you play Fortnite, you need a controller like that. So yeah, it's really preference, but this is why I went from third-party to standard. You may want to think I'm crazy, or maybe think I'm a genius for this, but really sometimes you just want to think about the long term, not just the short term, for, you know, something you're serious about, something you really love. So Rocket League is a game I really love, I really enjoy, and I play so much. If you have the time to learn how to use a regular controller. If you use a third party, you should do it. And I hope this video will help guide you in what direction to take your future in Rocket League and just gaming in general. I always thought when I was playing Rocket League for my first year and a half that I would always use the Elite controller or my Razer controller. I had the Xbox Elite and I went to the Razer, but eventually not gonna be playing Rocket League as often once Call of Duty comes out, and I might play Borderlands 3, so that's another thing you gotta consider if you're looking to play other games. Maybe these third-party controllers might benefit you more than if you were to just play Rocket League. Well, that's my video. I hope this video really helped you out, because to me it's a big issue, and it's an issue I don't really think a lot of people talk about. It's not really an issue, but just a topic that should be addressed, and hopefully this pushes that topic in the right direction. Feel free to have a discussion with me down in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. Do you think you prefer third-party controllers with paddles and macro buttons on them, or do you prefer a regular controller? Personally, with my experience with third-party and regular controllers, if you only use the regular buttons on that controller, it doesn't really make a difference except for comfort. Like I have a $30 Xbox One controller which is wired and it's like cheap plastic, but I still play with it and it's comfortable to an extent, but I make it work and I can still play normally. But if you're really like picky with comfort, you don't have to use a third-party controller. There's like squid grips or grips you could wrap around your controller to make your hands more comfortable, which I did for one of my other controllers. Yeah, I make it sound like I have 1,000 controllers. I really don't. I just have a couple. If you guys want me to show you in a future video, let me know. Drop a like. Let me know if this video helped you out, push you towards the right direction. If you think I'm leaving anything out about the advantages and the disadvantages of either or, let me know down below. And drop a like, share this video with your friends. Maybe you have a friend or someone you know debating on whether to upgrade their controller or to stay with their standard controller. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time. Peace.
With